The airliner, which was resuming its flight, burst into the clouds but swooped straight down to the ground. However, during the accident investigation, it was found the plane itself had no malfunction. The investigators were puzzled by the accident. How did it happen? I'll take you back to the truth of this accident. March 18, 2016, Dubai Airways Flight 981. After a 35-minute delay, boarding began. The plane was to carry 55 passengers from Dubai, United Arab Emirates to Rostov-on-Don, Russia. The mission of this flight is a 6-year-old 737,800 airliner, Cyprus, and pilot Aristo Socrates, who was the captain of the flight. 3 months before the incident, the captain had worked in a fatiguing environment and a long separation from his family, submitted to Air Dubai for a magnetic flight. For a connecting flight to Ryanair, which has a base in Cyprus, the co-pilot from Spain, Alejandro de Roque Cruz Alava, came to Air Dubai 2 years ago to modify 737 series aircraft as a co-pilot on this aircraft. With 1,100 hours of flight time, both pilots are medically cleared and both hold ICAO Category 3 Alpha blind general qualification. The aircraft starts rolling out at 18 to 20 UTC. All of Dubai Airlines 737s are fitted with the HGS system. The airline's operations manual encourages pilots to use the HGS system in all sectors because it allows pilots to maintain monitoring of the aircraft's main flight parameters. While observing the external environment, maintaining the monitoring of the aircraft's main flight parameters, especially in low visibility and at night, the HGS system can help the pilot, during takeoff and landing, establish a good situational perception. In conjunction with the pilot's 3 types of Alpha blind qualifications, Dubai Homta aircraft can take off and land in low visibility conditions for takeoff and landing, thus increasing the operational efficiency of the aircraft. At 18 to 37. Flight 981 took off from the right runway of Dubai Airport Building 3 as the aircraft passes through 2,700 feet of altitude. The autopilot was switched on. The aircraft continues to climb normally along the stance procedure. 20 minutes later, the aircraft climbed to a cruising altitude of 36,000 feet. At this point, the aircraft was all clear. Passengers in the cabin. The passengers in the cabin were resting because the plane was about to arrive at its destination late at night. Its destination late at night. The pilot in the cockpit began to perform his work during the cruise phase. At this moment, on the north side of Rostov-on-Don, a low-pressure system from the Arctic is moving south. It interacts with the high-pressure system of the eastern Mediterranean on the line from Akshuban to Lechivchuk. A low-pressure trough is formed. The cold winds formed on the west side of the trough is moving south at a speed of 50 km per hour. It is expected to reach Rostov-on-Don at midnight on the 19th. This weather pattern will lead to the occurrence of atmospheric turbulence and wind step changes. At 17:30 on the 18th, Rostov Aviation Meteorological Center issued the 6th important weather information of the day. The information indicates that Rostov region, at the flight level 150 to the ground, there will be a severe flow of water and ice conditions. After a 4-hour flight, Dubai Airways Flight 981 was handed over to Rostov Control Area. The controllers informed the crew on the frequency. Important weather information number 7 is currently in effect. In the Rostov region, 15 holes from ground to flight level, there is severe turbulence. The weather conditions at the destination airport at this time also over-received by the crew. From the information bulletin of the airport, it is clear Rostov Airport is in poor weather conditions, and there is a possibility of wind shear conditions. Flight 981 descended at 22:33. Near control through high hole level building 6, a field pressure of 600 meters was given to continue the descent. Control instructions to maintain field pressure of 9-9-9, 22:39. The aircraft intercepted the chute. When the crew released the gold wing, the aircraft started normal descent along the chute. The controller gave a ground wind of 11 meters per second, gusts of 15 meters in seconds. Run to 222 number can land command. Then the landing gear was lowered. Today has been adjusted according to the sequence of 152530, 22:40. The captain disengaged the auto throttle and autopilot It is possible that this is the result of increased aircraft turbulence. The captain took the initiative to disengage, although the turbulent weather at this time has a great impact on the aircraft. But the aircraft maintained very good trajectory stability during the close approach, maintained a very good flight path stability analysis afterwards. This high quality of manual flight control was probably the result of the captain's using the HGS system to assist in the maneuvering. As the altitude continued to decrease, the aircraft was at an altitude of 1,100 feet, the forward wind shear realm was triggered. This indicates that the wind shear system was detected the onset of wind shear ahead. Wind shear, this is a very deadly atmospheric phenomenon during the flight of an aircraft. Atmospheric phenomenon. In the context of strong convective weather and cover weather backgrounds. It causes wind direction or wind speed in the air in a horizontal or vertical direction to produce large changes. This change may cause the aircraft to change from a headwind condition rapidly to a downwind condition. Aircraft energy can be abruptly reduced by the change between upwind and downwind, resulting in a sudden drop. In this large change can seriously affect the safe flight of the aircraft. When the forecast time division warning was sounded, the crew reacted in an instant. The captain manually set the throttle to re-entry thrust. The aircraft maintained its current configuration for re-entry. As the aircraft approached the oxygen support target reference line to offset the increased engine thrust, the captain started to push the pilot wheel forward. This time, the wind shear warning was not lifted. The aircraft's airspeed was approaching the maximum airspeed of the 737 Goldwing 30 at 175 knots. The co-pilot noticed the situation and informed the captain to pay attention to the speed. The captain reduced engine N1 to 83%. The pilot's wheel was also in neutral position. Due to the reduced elevation angle of the aircraft, airspeed increased to 176 knots after. The Goldwing was automatically retracted to the 25 position. After a few seconds, the air change warning was lifted. The crew started to execute the air change after. Tighten the wheel and tighten the first class action. The aircraft joined the re-entry route.